Hey there, welcome to Digital Discovery Daily tip number 3. This is our newsletter designed to help you unlock new growth and new ways of thinking so you can strengthen your career and business. As a marketing and business leader, no matter how big or small your company is, there's constant pressure to capitalize on growth while maintaining the company's values and maybe even your values as a leader. So, how can you do that? How can you help your company scale without selling out? And by selling out, I don't mean selling to a private equity firm. I mean abandoning the long game, the long-term vision for short-term gain. I've learned through my own company that the trick is to make it a priority, one thing, to daily communicate three things in your marketing and sales. And those three things are: one, your company values; two, your unique approach; and three, your commitment to people. Those are your core messages. Incorporate them regularly to yourself, to your team, and to your customers in all of your marketing and messaging, on your website, in your ads, in your brochures, wherever you are communicating, to remind your customers, your team, and yourself who you are. So that's it. But there's a backstory too. If you want to stick around, the reason that I've come to this conclusion and the reason that I'm telling you this today is because when I started Structure, I set out to really prove that business isn't just business. Business is personal. And, I wanted to create something that was almost felt impossible to create in our space, but that was long-term, highly valuable relationships. If I was the hammer in that phrase that I mentioned, business is personal, was the nail, I was just hammering that all the time in every piece of marketing, in every communication, and just in my overall demeanor. And honestly, it worked. Immediately, we started attracting relational clients that in various industries who really wanted to work with a digital growth expert who cared about the same things they cared about. They were really partners who were just as invested in our values as we were in theirs. And these clients felt a personal touch and would tell me that they could trust us to support their vision and values. And what happened was Structure went from I need a client today when we first started to how do I help all these people very quickly. But as the business grew and we started to scale our operation, help more people, I began focusing more on the what than the why as the leader. And we started investing more of our time, energy, and focus into efficiency over empathy. And what resulted in was a drift towards more transactional relationships, which honestly was the opposite of what we intended. And, not surprisingly, we attracted transactional clients who really wanted what we did, but didn't care why we did it. And we were getting really good at the work we were doing, but what we found is it wasn't as meaningful. The relationships really weren't as great. And the business eventually started to decline. And it really became clear that we as a company were at the risk of selling out. And man, that hit me like a ton of bricks. And so what did we do? Well, we ended up refocusing on why we started. And that was that business isn't just business, it's personal. And I honestly don't think we're alone in this experience. I don't think this is a weird story, weird experience that we went through. Every values-based, privately owned business gets to the same junction at some point. They have to learn how to scale without diluting those values that really brought success and meaning in the first place. And I know this because we work daily with successful value-based companies, doing seven, most of them in the 8-figure range, who constantly struggle to grow and scale without selling out. So in summary, what can you do to help your company scale without selling out? don't lose sight of the core messages. They are your compass. They're the digital compass that you're going to guide the ship forward with. So communicate those company values, unique approach, and commitment to people through various digital channels every day. Don't forget it. We'll talk to you soon.